upper Wacker there is from the Daniel Burnham plan of 1909. It's all modeled after the River Seine. The obelisks, the light fixtures, the railings. And then of course the more contemporary Riverwalk, brand new, cost over $100 million. The Riverwalk here on the main branch is a 1.25 mile stretch of awesomeness. Make sure you check it out. And then let's have some fun with architecture. We're gonna go a bit deeper now. The building to our right, they say screams Art Deco. It's from the late 20s by Holabird Root. You've seen stuff by them. Well, in 2013, the Neighbor got built. It's a very fancy schmancy building. I call it the Ice Cube. Okay, it's a luxury rental called The One, AKA 111 West Wacker Drive. See the party deck halfway up where residents can hang out, where the columns are exposed? See how they built the party deck on that building at the same level as the setback on the Neighbor? See how you can't unnotice that detail? A man much smarter than myself from New York City, architect Robert A.M. Stern, he once said that architecture is a conversation over time. And I love that because these buildings are indeed talking to each other, and you're gonna like, right? Pull back and look at it in its entirety. It's modeled after Giotto's bell tower in Florence, Italy. And go to the very top. Look up there. Sorry about the sun. The top of the building there is a tip of the hat to the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. Y'all know I love that building from the early 90s. That is 77 West Wacker, the old R.R. Donnelly building, designed by James DeStefano. DeStefano worked on that building alongside a Spanish architect, a man named Ricardo Bofill. If you want to keep the glass and steel out of your view for a bit, I can show you the original skyline here by Michigan Avenue. Michigan Avenue up here a few bridges away is the old shoreline of Lake Michigan. We'll break some of that down for you, but the building I want you all to see is one that people always ask about. It's the former Carbide and Carbon building from 1929. Look out there to the forward beyond the Morton Steakhouse sign. You'll see a green terracotta tower. That's bizarre. It's Art Deco. It should be limestone. That's real gold on top. Like welcome to the Roaring 20s. 1929 of an inch thick. That building is a historic landmark on Michigan Avenue. You should go into it. It's called the Pendry Hotel. Walk into the Pendry like you're staying there and go see the beautiful elevator banks that you get with Art Deco buildings. Here's the kicker. Daniel Burnham's sons designed that building. Daniel, very nice one from back in the day, my friends, from 1928. The skinniest skyscraper in Chicago. Straight ahead of us, a bit to the right, just past Wabash. I call it the Gothic Rocket. That building by Herbert Riddle has beautiful white glazed terracotta on the facade. It used to stand there all by itself, obviously. It's a beautiful building today called 75 East Wacker Drive. And then here's some more fun with this conversation over time. They were gonna build an identical tower in 1929 and have two of these buildings sitting here. They didn't build the second one because of the Depression, of course, but then that was just an alleyway from all that time ago. In 2016, the London Guarantee and Accident Building, which is this limestone structure here, they expanded, became a hotel, and they added the new glass piece that you see there, which is clearly contemporary. See how the base lines from the limestone building and the cornice lines from the building also then line up with the base lines and cornice lines of the new glass element? They have what I would describe to you as like sawtooth shaped window frames, and that again is part of that conversation. And I love the building, this new hotel, the London House. I still call it the London Guarantee and Accident Building. If you want to break down Beaux Arts and really enjoy it, this is the one. Check it out here, friends. You'll see on the right lovely Corinthian style columns at the base and cornice. Up top, you'll see a beautiful temple. You'll even see Grecian urns that sit quietly, hidden in plain sight on the edges. See those? A lot of folks miss those in their travels. And then on the right and left-hand side, lower edges, griffins as a stone relief. And here we are at Michigan Avenue. First non-native resident. Watch your heads here at the Du Sable Bridge. His name was Jean-Baptiste Pont du Sable. Du Sable spoke French, Spanish, English. He spoke a number of Native American dialects. He married a Native American princess. The first Chicagoan, a total stud. What did you expect? Du Sable lived right over here on the old lakefront at what is today Pioneer Plaza. Friends, come see Pioneer Plaza at the Tribune Tower. The Tribune you'll love. Check this out. The midsection looks like Art Deco, right? The cornice is French Gothic revivalism, so they're kind of reaching back to those European vibes. You'll see what those upside down L's, those flying buttresses, are purely decorative. Raymond Hood and John Mead Howells, they designed the Tribune. It's from 1920, multi-million-dollar condos. Walk around the base of the Tribune. Embedded in the base of the building are very impressive pieces of stone from all over the world. You'll be where DuSable lived. You'll be at Michigan Avenue Bridge, the old shoreline. The Tribune is there, the London House, the Gothic Rocket. These are nice things to go check out. And because I talk about how we move out of the modern era and architects began to play with the buildings, this one you'll enjoy to our left here. NBC5. Doesn't it look like 30 Rock in Manhattan? This is a building that's tipping its hat to a structure in New York that's 841 miles away. Adrian Smith, the Chicagoan who did this, built it in 1989, and though it looks like Art Deco, you can't call it Art Deco. It's called Echo Deco. That is a real thing. Say it out loud to yourself. Echo Deco, the NBC5. It has the setbacks, the ribbon windows, all the things we associate with that style. And then here's the kicker. He's not just referencing Raymond Hood's RCA Tower in Manhattan, you know, 30 Rock. Halfway up, Adrian Smith put the flying buttresses there in the building, a tip of the hat to the buttresses you just saw on the Tribune. Also by Raymond Hood. A lot of references going on here. And I'm not done with you yet. More fun stuff from the 1980s. Yeah, remember the 80s? Here we go, friends. Right-hand side and forward, the Swiss Hotel. The Swiss Hotel is a triangle. Yeah. Right? Yes, after 30 years of modernism, right? These dark black boxes, some guys like, boom, triangle. Just hit them with it. Truth of the matter is this. The fellow who built the Swiss Hotel, he was a sailor. He served in the U.S. Navy. He loved triangles that reminded him of the sail of a sailboat. His name was Harry Weiss. Harry Weiss's Swiss Hotel even looks like the bow of a ship as you go by. So into triangles, this cat, he built a prison in Chicago, okay? It's in the near South Loop, not too far from our dock. Maybe you've been. A couple overnights for me, but no big deal. The prison he built in Chicago is a triangle. You know, it's like fun and playful because you're incarcerated. Harry Weiss, man, the Swiss Hotel. The 5th biggest lake on the planet is just a few hundred yards away from you. 10,000 years old, the 5 Great Lakes are. It's all melted glacier water. I was raised on Lake Michigan's water. It's delicious. 20% of the world's fresh water resides in the 5 Great Lakes. That's insane. And guys and girls, here is the 3rd tallest skyscraper in Chicago. Take pictures, admire it, enjoy it. We get a better view of it later, and the sun won't be in your eyes, so do you all trust me to wait on the St. Regis? Yes, trust in the first third of our journey. Yeah, the St. Regis is special. I'll give you a better perspective and a better opportunity later. But I do love showing off the primetime real estate that's here at the mouth of the Chicago River. Left-hand side here by James DeStefano. You heard his name back earlier at 77 Wacker. Early 2000s, look at the abundance of material. Riverview 1 and 2. 29 and 32 stories tall, respectively. Let's break it down. The extremities has the glass and steel.